Hey guys, it's Avery Carl from the Short Term Shop, and today we are going to go over the answer to the number one question that I get from most investors who are interested in getting into short-term rental investing. And that question is, how do I find a cleaner? Roofers, HVAC technicians, contractors, everybody that you need to be able to manage your short-term rental from a distance, you can find pretty easily. And I'm going to show you 3 easy ways to find those vendors. The first way to find a cleaner or a handy person is to go on the OTAs. For those of you who don't know what an OTA is, it's an online travel agency. Sounds kind of fancy, but it's really not. It's just a fancy way of saying Airbnb, Vrbo, Booking.com, all of the platforms that you'll probably use to advertise your short-term rental. We call it a part of the enemy method, which we can get to later here at the Short-Term Shop. All it involves is logging on to Airbnb or Vrbo or whichever booking platform you plan to use and finding the other owners, the other investors in the neighborhood that you're looking to invest, and just shooting them a message and saying, hey, I'm a new owner in the area. Do you mind sharing your cleaning person information? You're probably going to get told no more times than you get told yes. You're going to get not responded to, but just keep going until you get a yes. Just like with anything in real estate investing, get to yes. Don't stop because you get told no. Eventually, one owner will give you a name, and all you need is one name. It may not be the cleaner that you have forever, but it's a start. It will get you started. A good way to kind of make it feel like a win-win for both you and the other owner, because honestly, other owners might not want to share their cleaning person information because they don't want them to get too busy. But if you let them know, hey, I'm buying a property next door to you, your cleaner can add another property to their list without taking them far away from your property so they don't have to deal with traffic, get too busy, etc., just like what you're worried about. It's a win-win for both of us. The cleaner has 2 cabins or 2 properties right next door to each other, and it's easy for them to clean and they get to make more money. And at the same time, they're not choosing another property that's across town that's going to take time away from our properties. So first way is to go on the OTAs using the enemy method and check out what the other owners are doing and see what you can get them to share with you. The second method for finding a reliable cleaner or handy person is to go on to Facebook and find local investor groups or local Airbnb short-term rental owner groups and just ask. Go in the group and say, hey, I'm new here, I need a cleaner. You would be really surprised how open and willing to help most people in those types of groups are. And you'll probably get 3 or 4 recommendations and you'll be able to choose and interview and not just have to take the first name that you get. So finding the local investor groups, local Airbnb host groups, short-term rental owners, things like that in the market that you're looking in can be a really, really invaluable tool for finding those vendors on the ground that you need. The third way to find the vendors on the ground that you'll need local to your market is drive around during checkout time, at the time that you know people are checking out of short-term rentals, maybe on a Friday or on a Sunday. The checkout, check-in window is when the cleaners will be at the homes cleaning them. So if you drive around at a time that you know is a big turn time, which turn means the checkout, check-in window, that's when the cleaners are going to be at the houses. If you drive around, you can typically tell when a cleaner is at the property because a lot of times they drive trucks and SUVs that are full of bags of towels, bags of trash in the back, because a lot of cleaners take the trash away as part of their job. So drive around, see if you can catch some cleaners coming in and out of houses in the area that you plan to buy, and see if you can pick up a card. They will almost always be really happy to talk to you, really happy to pick up another property, and they'll be more than happy to give you their contact information. You'll probably never have to use this way. It has worked for me several times in the past, but that was before there were a lot of Facebook groups, before there were really even a lot of short-term rental hosts in the markets I was in. Thanks, guys. That's it for today on my 3 tips for finding the local vendors on the ground that you'll need to remotely manage a short-term rental. For more information like this, check out my book, Short-Term Rental, Long-Term Wealth, published by BiggerPockets in October. And also, you can find me anytime on the BiggerPockets forums. Thanks.